So the trigger point is a doorway into the labyrinth. What awaits us in the labyrinth is the Minotaur. What's the Minotaur? It's the thing that we're most afraid of. What's the thing we're most afraid of? The pain point of rejection, the pain point of abandonment, the pain point of the abuse, the pain point of the ridicule. How do you heal it? By running? How do you heal it? By fighting off in real time all the potential threats? As we've already learned from Joseph Campbell, this is where we go closer and we supply the nutrient that we didn't have. And I repeat myself here, I'm sorry, but it's so Jung. I think he had a dream once where he was walking in a cemetery, and on the cemetery were soldiers. I may get the details wrong, but the premise is basically there was like, as he walked, there were soldiers on platforms in the cemetery. They were all dead, and as he walked, it was almost like they were going back in time. So it was a soldier from World War I, and then it was a soldier from the Middle Ages, and then it was even earlier, something like that. There was a sense of going back in time. But the main part of the dream was that they were moving, and he says to himself, they're still alive. And the main takeaway is that history is still alive. I mean, just think about this. History is still alive. The reason that we're being triggered is that history is still alive. History's not dead, a dead vestige, dead and buried and lifeless. It's still active. History is still alive. If history is still alive 20, 30, 40 years later, that's actually to our benefit. This is what Jung is trying to encourage us to start to see, that the unconscious is our ally. The activation is not a punishment. The activation is a beckoning closer for healing, for wholeness. The process of individuation is the soul's attempt to heal. It's not throwing up challenges to humiliate us and to trip us up. It's throwing up these challenges that frighten us and that confuse us, because it's suggesting there's something in our history that's still alive that needs our attention finally. We thought it was over. You know, we put our shorts and pants and makeup on and go to work. We already have our families. We already have our kids. We already have our paycheck. No, childhood is still active.